Hello again, welcome to Paul's Racing channel and to the final one of my track guides here for the final round of the championship. We're in France and we're on the Circuit de la Save, or Le Mans, as most people will know it as. So in this particular guide, because of the length of the track, you're looking at probably nearly a 4-minute lap. So I'm just going to do 2 laps around here. So it's going to be the guide for lap 1 and then what I call the fast lap for race 2, although I'm not particularly fast. So here we go. Anyway, here's the guide. So we're just coming up to start finish now. Right, so you're going to stay to the left as much as you possibly can and hit that apex, right hand apex as close as you can there. Flat out, of course. That's a tricky corner. Pretty much as soon as you come around that corner, you want to start to brake heavy or hard on the brakes, because this chicane is pretty difficult, especially when you're coming down there at such a rate of knots, up in probably at the 6th gear. By the time you hit this, you've really got to slam on the anchors and try and get this turned for this left. Right, it's a really tight chicane as well, so probably down to 2nd gear for most people. Again, you can take a lot of this inside curb, including the little yellow humps there on the inside of the main curb. And again, watch the back don't come round on the cars. If you're too heavy on the throttle, the back end will come round. Again, you can cut that corner on the exit and then all the way now to sit in the apexes. Stay close to these cones as you possibly can, because you want to stay to the right for this next sweeping left-hander. Another tricky little corner. Looks like you can go flat. There's a lot of runoff out to the right-hand side, but if you go over there, you're not going to make the next right-hander. So it's a left-right again, but it's more of a sort of a sweeping one. So try and get as close as you can again to this inside curb. And then there you can see the cones on the inside, the bollards. If you're out too far, as I say, over that white line on that right-hand side, one, you'll get a penalty probably, but also you've got to try and get back on this side of those bollards. So if you are out there, you're going to be in trouble anyway. You're going to have to back off and slow down anyway. So tight on the inside of this one on the left. So then get to here. This is flat through here now. You can take all of this curb. Now again, this next one, stay left. And again, you're obviously going to aim for that inside curb. Again, you don't want to be cutting it too much. You will get a penalty. Take some, and this is definitely a penalty area here. If you go out onto that solid blue there on the left, too far out there, and it will most certainly give you a penalty. Really got to be careful through there. And now just up the gearbox now, right up pretty much all the way along this straight section until you get to the first of the 2 chicanes along this back straight. It's huge straight this is. They have got these 2 chicanes just to kind of slow you down a little bit. So your braking point is probably about between 200 and 100. Yeah, the 100 metre board is right where I am now. So you want to start to look to brake and come down the gears to get through around here. Again, right, left. Again, you want to take it easy down here. Back end will come round, and you don't need going across this line too much either. You can probably take half a car's length across this solid white line. It will give you a penalty if you go any further out there. Right across that curb, and then again just flat now all the way through up to the next chicane, which is the opposite way. So the first chicane was a right and then a left. This one's going to be a left and then a right. Slightly different kind of layout to it, but basically the same. So on the left here, on the right side, you're going to see 100 metre board right at the end of the trees. That's almost in the trees there. There it is. Again, that's going to be your braking zone. Cut that inside curb there. Now this one will automatically bring you out to the left as you go through this chicane, but again, you're going to take too much of it and you will get a penalty. Back end almost come round on me there, as you see. Almost got it out of shape. And now again, right up the gearbox, flat as you can. So the first part of this circuit is pretty straightforward, except for that very first bit. Now as you come down to here, again, 100-metre board, you want to start turning in. You don't have to brake at the 100-metre board, which is where I am now, but you want to start turning in because this next, well, you've got like this right-hand kink, but then a really tight right-hand, almost kind of hairpin corner. And that's, as you get into here, this is where you want to start braking on this kink here, on this right-hand side. Hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes, down to about a second, in the inside, and then up the gearbox now. Full throttle again, right the way down this next fast sector. There are some curbs, but basically you can run across those if you wish without any issues. Again, another little kink here, the curb you can run across. There it is, bang. And then it sets you up for this next right-hander, which is there at the 100-metre board again. You're going to start to, you don't actually have to brake, because if you do brake, you could end up into that sand or on the grass on the inside. So what you want to do is just kind of lift. So 100-metre board, which is there on the left, as you can see it under the names there. Just want to start lifting and maybe drop it down one gear. You probably, whatever you're in, 5th or 6th at the moment, one gear. Just take that inside curve now, hard on the brakes, down to about 2nd here. Really difficult to get the car stopped there on the exit. Mind that sand on the outside. Basically, getting that in apex correctly, you'll be okay. Up to this next right-hander, another tight right-hander again. So down to about 2nd and 3rd again. Take that inside, nice and easy. You can run out a little bit to this left, not too far though. And then again, as you can see, it's a road course, a street course. If you didn't know already, obviously it's home of the 24-hour Le Mans, most famous race in the world, but very tricky. One of these tracks, circuits, where you will pick up penalties very, very easily. So up to this next right-hander. Now there's no board, we've already gone past 100, so it's probably about 50 metre, maybe even less than that. Again, you don't really want to slam on your brakes because it's not that sort of corner, but you certainly want to be easing off, lifting, maybe drop it down one gear. I'm going to try and get as tight as you possibly can to this inside curb. You have got that runoff on the left, but you don't really want to go out too far out there because you've got a left-hander, so if you're too far out to the left, you want to be coming across there to swing off to the right. Just makes it a little bit more difficult for you. So quick swing to the right now, through here, flat all the way. You can get as close as this wall on the right hand side as you possibly can. Flat all the way, flat all the way, flat all the way until you get to this next right hand. That same sort of corner, just feathering it round here really, feathering it round, all the way round, and then close into that inside curb there. So you can go across this curb here, but you will get a penalty if you go too far out there onto those yellow lines. And basically it's all the way through now. You can take that corner straight across up to the next kind of double chicane really. So end of this curb here, we'll start the yellow curbing. Want to start to brake and turn in. You can run across this inside curb first, and likewise on the exit as well there. Then you've got another one. So again, it's almost identical, but this one's a lot tighter, and it's got a lot bigger curb in here. You can see the yellow, the red, going colourblind, aren't I? The red, well, sleeping policeman, if you like, the big curb in there, which will knock you off if you take too much of that, that's for sure. So, yeah, difficult, tricky sort of second part to this circuit, really. The first part's quite simple. Second part is a lot more technical. So as you come around the final corner and over the line, here you go for what I call my fast lap, but I'm not particularly fast. On the brakes, nicely through there. Take both those curbs. Take all this curb on the left. Tight to these cones on the right hand side. Keep right now, as close as you can to the inside, but left now. Exit and go. Stay left, stay left, stay left, stay left. Turn. Just drop it down again if you wish. Not too far out there onto that blue. That will give you a penalty for sure. And away you go. So remember, about 100-metre board. There you go. And the third for me. Quite slow through there, but you've got to be, because the exit here, you'll get a penalty if you're not careful. Then up again, up the gearbox now. Back up to 6th gear. All the way up for the next, towards the next chicane. Obviously, all going to be all about drafting and slipstream in this circuit. Now, 100-metre ball in bushes there, bang. Start the brake. It's a little bit, didn't really get the apex there correctly. Took quite a lot there, but that's about fine. It's about where you can go. Can't really go any further than that without getting a penalty. It's about the limits. And up again, up the gearbox to 6th gear again. Up the hill, down the other side. Towards the kink. As I say, you'll see me just lift. Bang, now. Hard on the brakes, 2nd gear. Tight on the inside. And exit, and away you go. And up again to 6th gear. The way along this back straight. What I call the back straight. So you can clip all these curbs. They're flat curbs anyway. Straight across that one. 100-metre ball now. Roll it round. Now hard on the brakes. Wait for the car to be straight before you start braking. Exit. Never brake whilst the car's turning. Down to 2nd. Have a tight one. Closes up on the exit. A little bit of a squiggle there on the exit of that one as well. Up again. Up to 6th gear again. Balls there, so well past that. And yeah, there's a bit of a twitch there, didn't I? Almost got me out to the left there. Feather it through, tight towards the wall there. Through here, and again feathering it through. So little lift. I took quite a lot there, but got away with it. Cut this one, bang, straight across there. To the last 2 chicanes, and the third for me, I've got that almost too wrong, a little bit too hot in there, and then I've got this one completely wrong, really slow through there. 2nd, lost a lot of time through there, so that's not how you do it, but you get the gist. There's your Le Mans, 4 minutes. It's a poor time really, but anyway, there it is. Hope you enjoyed all my track guides for this season. I will continue to do them if I need to for next time out. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.